What's up? Today, welcome back again to Zivin Fact, and today we are going to review the movie Coach Carter that came in 2005. So let's go and let's do its full movie review and let's talk about its facts. So let's again start with its overview. And Coach Carter is a sports drama film directed by Thomas Carter, inspired by the true story of Ken Carter, a high school basketball coach who made headlines in the late 1990s for benching his undefeated team due to poor academic performances. The film stars Samuel L. Jackson as Coach Ken Carter and depicts themes of discipline, educational responsibility, and the importance of character. So now let's talk about its plot summary. It's set in Richmond, California. Coach Carter follows Ken Carter, a former basketball star turned high school coach who takes the job at Richmond High School with the goal of inspiring his players both on and off the court. Intentionally, Coach Carter is enthusiast, but he quickly becomes frustrated with the players' lack of discipline, poor academic performances, and disrespectful attitude. He implements strict rules, maintaining a minimum GPA, wearing appropriate attire, attending classes, and respecting authority. When some players, particularly the stars, players, Tim Cruise, fail to meet the academic standards, Carter enforces a strict policy. The team's season is suspended until grades improve. This decision sparks controversy among students, parents, and school officials. Throughout the film, the players learn valuable lessons about responsibility, integrity, and perseverance. Team Cruise's personal journey from frustration to redemption is central as a plot. The team eventually regains discipline, wins games, and gains a newfound understanding of respect and self-worth. The climax involves the team facing their toughest opponent yet both on the court and in life, as they strive to balance athletic with academic and personal growth. If we talk about themes and messages, discipline and responsibility. Coach Carter's strict rules reflect the importance of discipline in achieving success. If we talk about education as a priority, the film emphasizes that academic achievement is crucial even for athletes. Sorry. Character and integrity. The movie advocates for building character over winning games, redemption and personal growth. Characters like Jimmy Cruz and Ken Carter himself undergo emotional journey of growth, forgiveness, and redemption. If we talk about community and role models, the film highlights the importance of mentors and role models in shaping youth. And if we talk about critical reception, Coach Carter received generally positive reviews for its inspiring messages, Samuel Jackson's compelling performances, and its realistic depiction of urban youth challenges. Critics praised its moral themes, emotional depth, and performances, though some noted the certain plot points were predictable or idealized. It became a popular motivational film, especially among educators, coaches, and youth organizations, emphasizing the importance of discipline and education. If we talk about performance and cast highlights, Samuel L. Jackson as Coach Ken Carter, commanding, charismatic, and emotionally compelling. Rob Brown as a team who's a talented but troubled player who seeks redemption. Channing Tatum as Justin Liley, a white player who struggles with peer pressure and social stereotypes. Rick Gonzalez as Kenyon Stone, a team member who learns to value education. And Robert Richard as Dame Anderson, a promising player facing academic challenges. And if we talk about Asanti as Kyla, Timo Cruise's love interest, adding emotional depth, and Robert Bailey Jr. as Junior Battle, a young player motivated by Coach Carter's discipline. And now let's talk about its production facts. It's based on a true story. The film is inspired by the real life story of Ken Carter, who coached the Richmond High School basketball team in California. And if we talk about its filming location, the movie was shot in Los Angeles, California, capturing urban setting that reflect Richmond's socio-economic environment. And if we talk about music score, features a soundtrack with hip-hop and R&B tracks, emphasizing urban culture and youth identity. If we talk about director Thomas Carter, known for film emphasizing social issues and character-driven stories, bringing authenticity to the narrative. And if we talk about interesting fact and trivia, real-life inspiration, which Ken Carter made headline in 1999 for benching his undefeated team over poor academic performance, demanding academic success alongside athletic achievement. And if we talk about controversy and impact, his stance sparked debate about priorities in youth sports, whether winning or education should come first. If we talk about cultural impact, the film has become a staple in educational and motivational context, often used to promote discipline and academic achievement. And if we talk about Emmy opinions, some supporting roles features local community members and coaches, adding authenticity. If we talk about box office, the film grossed approximately 76 million worldwide on a modest budget, proving its wide appeal. And if we talk about critical response, holds a 65% rating on Rotten Tomatoes, praised for its inspiring message and performances. And if we talk about legacy, inspired decisions on youth sports, education, reforms, and discipline in urban communities. And if we talk about memorable scene and Coach Carter's speech, you never know how strong you are until being strong is your only choice. The benching Coach Carter's decision to bench the team until academic standards are met is a powerful movement emphasizing discipline. And if we talk about Timo Cruise's redemption, Cruise's emotional speech about responsibility and his journey back from Edinburgh. And if you talk about final game, attains emotional climax, emphasizing teamwork, discipline, and perseverance. And if you talk about iconic quote, you make choice, then choices make you. And if we talk about cinematic and directorial elements, visual style uses gritty urban visuals, emphasizing realism and authenticity. If you talk about cinematographer, focuses on close-ups to capture emotional expression, especially during pivotal speeches. And if you talk about soundtrack, hip hop and R&B tracks reinforce the cultural setting and youth energy. If you talk about editing, places the film between intense basketball sequence and heartfelt character moments. And now let's talk about impact and legacy. But before it's little bit guys. If we talk about impact and legacy, postcard are immense. Motivational classic inspiring countless youth programs and educational initiatives. Its message that discipline, education, and character are vital to success resonate universally. 48. Last. And if we talk about final thoughts, Coast Guard is more than a sport film. It's a powerful social commentary on the importance of discipline, education, and character building among youth, especially in understood, undeserved communities. Samuel L. Jackson's commanding performance combined with heartfelt storytelling makes it an enduring film that challenges viewers to reflect on their values and priorities. And if we talk about more, let's talk about more. Ooh. Ha. Loading as it will take little time for loading. So while it's loading, why not we play a game? And I so again start Coach Carter 2005, the ultimate in-depth movie review analysis and fascinating facts. Let's talk about as you know, every time we start with introduction. So now also introduction, a powerful testament to discipline and education. Podcast is more. Coach Carter is more than a basketball movie. It's a compelling social drama rooted in real life events that highlight issue facing urban youth, the importance of education, and the power of discipline and leadership. It released in 2005, directed by Thomas Carter and starring Samuel L. Jackson, and this capturing and this film captures the struggle for integrity and purpose within a community of Chernobyl or stereotype. The film is based on the true story of Ken Carter, high school student. High school basketball coach in Richmond, California, who made headlines by benching his undefeated team because of poor academic performances. His strengths sparked national debates about prior, prior, priority, priority, priorities in youth sports and education. If you talk about detailed plot breakdown and scene analysis, then let's talk about opening scene and setting the tone. The film opens with vibrant shoots of Richmond, California, urban streets filled with graffiti basketball courts and community centers, setting the gritty, authentic tone. The sound of hip-hop music and street chatter immerses viewers in the environment. This opening and this opening introduces the socio-economic challenges faced by the community, emphasizing themes of resilience, struggles, and hope. It also establishes the importance of basketball as a unifying and aspirational activity for the youth. We talk about introduction of Coach Ken Carter. Samuel L. Jackson commanding presence as Coach Ken Carter immediately conveys authority integrity and passion. His background as a former basketball star and his desire to give back to the community are subtly revealed through flashback and dialogue. Robert Carter's initial enthusiasm is tempered by his observation of the team's lack of discipline, poor grades, and disrespectful attitude. These moments highlight the contrast between potential and reality, setting up the core conflict of the film. The team and character dynamics. Timo proves a talented root rebellion players with troubled past, whose storyline is central to the film's emotional core, showcasing themes of redemption and accountability. Jason Lyle, a white player from a privileged background representing social stereotypes and challenges to overcoming racial and class assumptions. Stewart Canyon Stone, a leader among the players struggling with peer pressure. Dame Anderson, a promising athlete battling academic challenges, and the junior battles young and impressionable, learning the importance of discipline. Throughout the film, interaction between players, coaches, teachers, and families reveal complex relationships, social pressure, and personal struggle. We talk about key scenes and moments. The academic contract signing. Coach Carter enforces a strict academic contract requiring players to maintain a certain GPA, attend classes, and wear appropriate attire. This symbolizes the importance of discipline and responsibility. And if you talk about the benching when players fail to beat Academic standards, Carter benches the entire team, refusing to let them play until they improve academically. Their controversial decision underscored the film's message that education comes first. Timo Cruise's journey, Cruise's transformation from anger, the frustration to responsibility is depicted through emotional monologues and confrontation with Coach Carter, culminating in his heartfelt speech about accountability. If we talk about the final game, the climax feature a tense, emotional basketball game that symbolize the culmination of personal growth, discipline, and teamwork. The team's victory is bittersweet, emphasizing that success is rooted in character. And if we talk about climatic moment and emotional impact, the film's emotional peak is Cruise's speech about taking responsibility for his action and his desire to change. This moment signifies personal growth and the power of mentorship. Coach Carter's unwavering stance, refusing to compromise his principle, resonates as a testament to integrity even when facing community opposite and skepticism. If we talk about themes and underlying messages, discipline as a pathway to success. Carter's strict rules, academic requirements, dress code, punctuality serve as metaphors for discipline in life. The film advocates that success is rooted in self-control and accountability. If we talk about education as a priority, the central message is that athletic uh, talent is secondary to education. The film challenges the stereotype that sports are more important than academics, emphasizing that true achievement requires both. If we talk about character and integrity, the film underscores that honesty, responsibility, respect is more important than winning games. Coach Carter's refusal to let his team play without meeting standards exemplifies this redemption and personal growth. If we talk about character like Cruises and other learns to overcome their uh, past mistake, find purpose, and become responsibility. As citizens, the movie celebrates the human capacity for change. If we talk about community and mentorship, the film highlights the importance of mentorship, community support, and role models in shaping youth. Coach Carter's leadership is a beacon of hope amid social challenges. If we talk about racial and social commentary, the film subtly addressed issue of race, privilege, and socio-economic disparity, illustrating how external factors influence young lives and choices. And if we talk about character analysis and performance, Samuel L. Jackson as Coach Ken Carter, a commanding presence with a powerful delivery embodies moral authority and compassion. Delivers memorable lines like "You make choices and then your choices make you," inspiring viewers with his wisdom. His performances elevates the film's emotional and moral core. Red Brown as Timo a deeply dared character representing struggle, anger, and redemption. His arc from rebellious to responsibility is compelling and realistic. His monologue about responsibility and his emotional breakdown showcases his acting range. If we talk about Channing Tatum as Jackson Liley, represents racial stereotypes and social expectations. His character's growth challenges assumptions about privilege and talent. If we talk about supporting cast, Rick Gonzalez as Canyon Stone, a leader who learns humility. Robert Richard as Dame balances athletic potential with academic struggles. Ashanti as Kyla Cruz's love interest, adding emotional depth. Coach Jim Boehm adds authenticity, reflecting real coaching style. And if we talk about production and technical aspect, first thing that came in mind is filming location shot primarily in Los Angeles, California to replicate Richmond's urban environment. And if we talk about authentic settings include basketball courts, school and community centers. If we talk about music and soundtrack, features hip hop and R&B tracks that resonate with urban youth. The songs like Lose Control by Missy Elliott and Remember the Titans soundtrack set an energetic tones. The soundtrack underscore themes of resilience, unity, and hope. If we talk about cinematography and visual style, utilize close ups to capture emotional expression. Wide shots of basketball game and cityscape emphasizes that environment. The gritty aesthetic reinforces realism and authenticity. And if we talk about direction and screenplay, Thomas Carter's direction emphasizes character-driven storytelling. If we talk about screenplay by John Gatins balances sports action with moral lessons seamlessly. Fascinating fact and fiction trivia. If we talk, it's based on a true story. Ken Carter, a real life story made national headlines in 1999 when he benched his undefeated team due to poor grades. If we talk about controversy and support, his stance sparked debate. Some praised his dedication to education, others criticized it for risking the team's winning streak. If we talk about impact on education, the story inspired educational campaigns emphasizing discipline and academics. If we talk about memorable quotes, you make choices and then your choices makes you. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measures. We talk about box office success. It's crossed over 76 million worldwide against a modest budget. And if we talk about critical reception, hold up 65% of rating, 65% of rating on Rotten Tomatoes with praise for its moral message and Samuel L. Jackson performance. If we talk about legacy, continues to be motivational staple often used in schools and youth programs to promote discipline and responsibility. If we talk about inspiration for other media inspired documentaries, books, and motivational programs. If we talk about cultural and social impact, Coach Carter's transcends its genre become cultural touchstone or decision on youth discipline, education, reform, and urban youth empowerment. Its messages resonate in debates about the importance of character education and the role of sports in youth development. The film has been used extensively in schools, sports programs, and community centers to promote life skills, emphasizing that success requires more than talent, it requires character, discipline, and purpose. And if we talk about memorable quote and their significance, you make choices, and then your choices makes you emphasizes accountability. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful. We are measure inspires self belief. You are either getting better or getting worse. There is no standing still about continuous growth. I'm not telling you to be like me, I'm telling you to be better than me. Coaches call for self improvement. And if you talk about conclusion, a timeless inspiration, Coach Carter remains a powerful, emotional, resonant film that advocates for discipline, education, and integrity. It challenges viewers to reflect on personal values and social responsibilities. Samuel L. Jackson's complaining performance, coupled with its authentic portrayal of urban youth struggles, cements its status as a motivational classic. Its enduring message that character and education are the true keys to success continues to inspire generations worldwide. And if we talk about more, it's loading. While it's loading, I think I can shut up this one. Yeah, it's taking more time than usual, guys. Let's see what's its. Why is it a network problem, guys? Okay, now let's talk about Coach Card 2005 and exhaustive, in-depth review analysis and fact complete. Let's start with introduction, a cinematic reflection of social challenges and vulnerability. Ruth Carter is a landmark sports drama that transcends the bounding of conventional basketball films. It boldly addresses critical issues faced by urban youth, academic neglect, social stereotypes, peer pressure, and the importance of moral character directed by Thomas Carter, and sharing the iconic Samuel L. Jackson. The movie is a powerful testament to the transformative potential of discipline, integrity, and mentorship. The film's core message emphasizes that success in life is rooted not only in athletic prowess but significantly in education, responsibility, and moral strength. It stands as an inspiring call to action for educators, coaches, parents, and communities to prioritize character development alongside sports achievement. If we talk about historical and cultural context, the real life inspiration. The story of Ken Carter, the real life coach, unfolded in Richmond, California in the late 1990s. Character Wade had died in 1999 when he benched his undefeated basketball team because players' grades were subper. His challenges in prevailing culture that often prioritize winning over education in youth sports. If we talk about social issues addressed, the film reflects broader social problems including urban poverty highlighted through the setting depicting underprivileged communities struggle with limited resources. Racial stereotypes. The film subtly explored racial dynamics, depicting how social expectations influencing young black athletes. If we talk about educational neglect, showcasing how schools often fail to serve at-risk youth. Without peer pressure and gangs, players struggles with external influence. Role of mentorship, the importance of positive role models in guiding youth. To talk about impact of this true story, Ken Carter's bold action sparked national debate about the priorities of youth sports programs. Supporters viewed him as a hero advocating for education, while critics argued that he was risking the team's reputation and community pride. Toward extensive plot breakdown and scene by scene analysis. First, let's talk about opening sequence and setting the scene. The film opens with dynamic shots of its own urban landscape. Graffitied covered walls, basketball courts, busy streets, and community centers. This gritty environment stabilizing the socio-economic vector of the population underscores the cultural setting emphasizing urban youth identity. If you talk about introduction of Coach Ken Carter, Samuel Jackson comedic presence immediately commands respect. His character is introduced as a former basketball star who deeply cares about community upliftment. His commitment is juxtaposed with scene of him reflecting on his own past mistakes and aspirations. The team and their personal struggles. Tim Hooker is a talented but angry and rebellious player. His character embodies the internal conflict faced by many at-risk youth. Representation Lyle from a privileged background representing social stereotypes and challenges of overcoming assumptions. Can it show the nature leader struggling with peer pressure and expectation? Let's talk about M&M Northeastern academic gifted athlete, partly excellent junior medal, young and impressionable, representing the future. Toward key scene and their significance, the academic context, saying postcard references, strict academic contract emphasizing that education is non-negotiable. The scene symbolizes accountability and sets the tone for the film's moral stand. The team's first failures, players' academic and behavioral lapses demonstrated the challenges faced and the need for discipline, the mentioning of the entire team. A pivotal scene where Coach Carter mentions his undefeated team over poor academic performances. This controversial decision sparks community debate but underscores that character is more important than winning. Team approaches personal crisis. Emotional breakdown and subsequent journey towards responsibility are central to the film's emotional depth. The final game, the climax is an intense basketball match that symbolizes the culmination of personal growth, teamwork, and discipline. The displays unity and resilience shine through. If we talk about climatic movements and emotional impact, the emotional core as it dives into this monologue. We talk about education as catalyst for empowerment, movements for that education is a tool for empowerment, enabling youth to escape cycles of poverty and violence. It challenges the stereotype that athletic talent alone sustains success. Model character and integrity as core values. The narrative champions integrity, being honest, responsible, and respectful as the true makers of success. Winning is secondary to developing good character. About personal growth and redemption. Each character's arc demonstrates that change is possible, causes transformation from anger to responsible exemplifies this, inspiring viewers with the idea that no one is beyond redemption. Talk about community and mentorship. The film emphasizes the collective responsibility of community members and mentors to guide you to positive paths. Coach leadership act as a beacon of hope. Talk about addressing racial and socio-economic stereotypes. The film subtly confronts stereotypes about race, privilege, and urban youth, challenging audience to see beyond surface level judgment. Talk about in-depth character analysis and actor performances. Samuel Jackson as Coach Ken Card. So if we talk about performances, highlights actions, commanding voice authentic is and emotional depth elevates the film. It delivers of lines like you made choices and then your choices makes you becomes a rallying cry for personal responsibility. Talk about character traits. Performances highlight a nuanced portrayal of animal frustration, vulnerability, and eventual redemption. We talk about character arc, begins as a rebellion and youth, driven by extreme external influence through Coach Carter's mentorship. He learns responsibility and self-respect. Key scene uses emotional world of compassion and the powerful scene where he confronts his past and commits to Channing Tatum as Jason Riley. Talk about performance highlights, challenges, stereotypes about privilege and face. Character development teaches humility and teamwork, breaking free of social expectations. Role in the film demonstrates that talent simply do not guarantee success without discipline. And if we talk about the supporting character, Kenyan Stone reconciles from a confident leader to someone who understands humility and teamwork. Dame Robert Richard balances athletic potential with academic struggles, representing hope and challenge. Ki Cruz's love interest, illustrating emotional support and personal relationship. If we talk about behind the scene and production insights, film illusion and authenticity. The film was shot mainly in Los Angeles with some scenes shot in actual Swan, California to preserve authenticity. Local community member and extras contributed realism. If we talk about music and soundtrack, the soundtrack features hip hop and R&B tracks that reflect urban culture. Notable songs include Missy Lighties, Lost Control, Adding Energy, and Motivation. We talk about direction and screenplay. Thomas Carter's direction emphasizes emotional authenticity, capturing raw performance. The screenplay by John Gatty skillfully balances sports action with moral lessons. If you talk about casting and performances, the casting aimed for authenticity, selecting actors who could convincingly portray urban youth and mentors. Samuel L. Jackson involvement added capital and credibility. If we talk about additional fascinating facts and trivia, if we talk about real life impact, Ken Carter's action inspired education campaigns prompting discipline and academic achievement, cultural influence. The film became a staple in school and youth programs worldwide, often used to motivate students. We talk about quotes and their significance. You make choice and the choices make you emphasizes accountability. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful. Weird measures, motivational, empowering message box office and reception crossed approximately 76 million. Globally received a 65% rating on Rotten Tomatoes. If we talk about award and recognition, While not heavily award driven, the film's cultural impact earned its recognition as an inspirational classic. Legacy inspired documentaries, books, youth programs, and motivational initiatives. If we talk about social and educational significance, Coach Carter transcends entertainment, becoming an educational tool, emphasizing discipline, character, and education's role in empowerment. It challenged educators and community leaders to rethink youth development struggles, advocating for holistic development beyond athletics success. We talk about influence on coaching and mentorship. The film inspired coaches and mentors worldwide to adopt a discipline-based approach that prioritize character building. If we talk about debate and controversy, while many praised Carter's stance, some critics argued that his strict policies could be overly rigid. The film, however, advocates for a balanced approach rooted in moral responsibility. If we talk about memorable quote and their deep meanings, you make choices and then your choices makes your responsibility and the importance of making conscious decision. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. Self-improvement, breaking social limitation. You are either getting better or getting worse. Importance of continuous growth. I'm not getting you to be like I am. I'm telling you to be better than me. Personal improvement and mentorship. If we talk about conclusion, a timeless melody is the inspiration. Coach Carter is more than a film, it's a movement, a moral call to prioritize education, character, and responsibility. It challenges social norms, urging communities to invest in youth development holistically. Samuel L. Jackson's compelling portrayal combined with authentic storytelling and universal themes makes it a cinematic masterpiece that, with enduring relevance, the film reminds us that true success isn't measured solely by wins or trophies, but by the positive impact we make in our lives and communities. If we talk about more, it's loading, guys. And now, if we talk about Coach Carter, who doesn't by the most comprehensive in-depth analysis, review and completion ever. We talk about introduction. Cinematic masterpiece rooted in real-life heroism and moral. Coach Carter stands as a powerful cinematic testament to the transformative power of discipline, education, and integrity in the face of social adversity. Released in 2005 and directed by Thomas Carter, the film stars Samuel L. Jackson in a role that encapsulates moral authority, compassion, and unwavering convictions. This film is more than a sports drama, it's a social commentary, motivational blueprint, and an inspiring story of leadership, redemption, and community empowerment. It challenges viewers to reconsider what truly success means, emphasizing that character and education are the foundation for a meaningful life. If we talk about historical background and social significance, the real life inspiration of the film is based on the true story of Calcutta High School basketball coach in Richmond, California in 1919. Carter made headlines worldwide when he benched his undefeated team because players' grades and conduct did not meet his standard. His strength ignited a national debate about the priorities of youth sports education and community responsibility. Talk education developed and systemic failure. It critiques the failure of educational institutions adequately celebrate risk youth, emphasizing the importance of sexual engagement and parental involvement. Racial stereotype and social expectations. The film subtly explore how racial and socioeconomic stereotypes influence perception of human, with often limiting their opportunities. Peer pressure and gang influence characters' internal conflict demonstrate external pressure to conform to negative influence. The role of mentorship and leadership. It underscores the importance of strong mentors and community leaders in guiding youth toward positive paths. If we talk about impact and cultural legacy, Ken Carter's story became a symbol of integrity and moral courage, inspiring countless educators, coaches, and community activists. His action prompted discussion about values in youth, sports, and education, emphasizing that character development should never be compromised for short-term victories. Now, our detailed broke down and scene by scene deep dive. If we talk about opening scene and setting the tone, the film opens with a montage of small streets, graffiti, basketball courts, community centers set against the soundtrack of hip-hop music. This visual stabilizes the environment's authenticity and shows you economic challenges faced by residents. If we talk about introduction of quotes and content, several sections commanding voice and presence, deeply establish authority and moral creativity. His backstory as a farmer, basketball star, and community advocate are subtly woven into the narrative, hinting at his motivating, giving back and making difference. We talk about team formation and dynamics. We talk teamworkers are talented but angry youth with a troubled past, representing the internal struggles faced by many at-risk youth. We talk about Jason Black from a privileged background, challenging stereotypes about race and class. Kenyan strong as a charismatic leaders whose journey involves humility and understanding. They are promising athlete balancing academic and athletic pursuit. If we talk about junior battle, young and impressionable, full of potential but vulnerable to external influence. If we talk about key scene and their significance, signing the academic contract. Coach Carter insists players sign contracts committing to maintaining a certain GPA, attending classes, and adhering to discipline. This scene symbolizes the importance of personal accountability. The first academic failures, the team's initial struggles, and lack of discipline highlight the need for change. The benching incident, Coach Carter benches his undefeated team over poor academic performance, refusing to let them play until they improve, an act of moral conviction that sparks community debate. Grudges, personal crisis, grudges, emotional breakdown, and his journey toward responsibility are vibrant moment that demonstrates personal growth. The final game, an intense basketball match that symbolizes the culmination of discipline, teamwork, and characters. The players' unity and resilience are showcased. The climatic and emotional moments, cruises, heartfelt moments about responsibility. If we talk about climatic and emotional moments, cruises, heartfelt monologue about responsibility and redemption. Coach Carter's nearing stands in the face of community opposition. The team's victory not just on the court, but in terms of character development, deep thematic analysis, and philosophical insights. And if we talk about deep thematic analysis and philosophical insights, discipline as a life foundation, the film posits that life foundation. The film posits that discipline through rules, routines, and respect is the foundation for success. Whereas strict policies as metaphor for life principle, punctuality, responsibility, and self-control. If you talk about education as empowerment, the movie emphasizes that education equips youth with tools to break from cycles of poverty and violence. It challenges the misconception that athletic talent alone sustains success. Character and integrity, the narrative celebrates honesty, responsibility, and respect as core virtues, asserting that these qualities lead to genuine achievement of personal transformation and redemption character. Haikus exemplify that change is possible through accountability and mentorship, inspiring hope and resilience. If we talk about community and mentorship, the film underscores that community involvement and mentorship are vital in shaping positive futures for youth. If we talk about racial and social commentary, it addresses stereotypes and social expectations, encouraging viewers to look beyond surface result and recognize individual potential. In-depth character analysis and acting performances. If we talk about Samuel L. Jackson as Coach Ken Carter, performance highlights Jackson's authoritative voice, emotional depth, and moral clarity make Peter Radburn as Timothy's performances highlights a layered portrayal of annual vulnerability and eventual redemption. Character arc Cruz's journey from rebellion to responsibility embodies the film's message memorable. She Cruz's emotional monologue about taking responsibility and his hardcore confession. If we talk about Channing Tatum as Jason Live, performance highlights challenges stereotypes about privilege and race. If we talk about evolution, learns humility and teamwork, breaking stereotypes about initial athletes. If we talk about supporting cast and their contributions, if we talk about Canyon Stone, from confident to humble, learning the importance of teamwork. Team Robert Richard balance athletic potential with academic struggles. Kyla brothers emotional anchor, illustrating love and support. If we talk about behind the scene and production insights, filming location authenticity, family shot in Los Angeles with some scenes in Richmond, California to capture realism. Local residents participated as extras, adding authenticity. If we talk about music and soundtrack, features hip hop and R&B tracks that reflect urban culture. Notable songs include Missy Elliott's Those was control and tracks from the Remember the Titan soundtrack, energizing scenes and reinforcing themes. If we talk about direction and screenplay, Thomas Carter direction emphasizes emotional authenticity and character development. The screenplay by John Gathis intense sports action with moral dilemmas. Let's talk about casting and performance dynamics. Casting aimed for authenticity, selecting actors who could convincingly portray urban youth. Samuel L. Jackson's involvement lent credibility and gravitas. If we talk about additional fascinating facts and trivia. If we talk about true story, catalyst Ken Carter's real life action sparked a nationwide dialogue on youth education and sports. If we talk about cultural impact, the film became a motivational staple in schools and community programs worldwide. If we talk about quotes and their significance, you make choice and then your choice make you. If we talk about cultural and educational significance, Coach Carter has transcended entertainment, becoming a catalyst for education reform and youth empowerment initiative. It challenges communities to prioritize character development, emphasizing that success is rooted in integrity, discipline, and education. If we talk about influence on coaching and mentoring, the film has inspired coaches and mentors globally to adopt discipline-based approaches that cultivates moral character alongside athletic skills. We talk about David controversies. While beloved Carter stance, some critics argue that overly rigid discipline might hinder individual expression. Nonetheless, the film advocates for balanced principle leadership rooted in moral values. Talk about memorable quotes and their profound meanings. You make choices and then your choices makes responsibility and proactive decision making. Our deepest fear is not that we are indifferent. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure, self-empowerment and overcoming social limitation. We are in either getting better or getting worse. The importance of continuous self-improvement. I'm not telling you to be like me. I'm telling you to be better than me. Mentorship, and personal growth become our conclusion on enduring classic of moral courage and leadership. Coach Carter is a cinematic masterpiece that will inspire our audience worldwide. Its core message that character, education, and responsibility are the true measures of success resonate across generations and cultures. Samuel L. Jackson commanding performance combined with authentic storytelling and universal themes make it a film that not only entertains but also educates and motivates. It remains a call to action, encouraging each of us to lead with integrity, prioritize education, and uplift our community. If you are, let's talk about more. So let's talk about Coach Carter's ultimate exhaustive detail analysis and completion. As you know, if you talk about introduction, a cinematic beacon, morally disciplined and social responsibility. Coach Carter is a film that transcends the typical boundary of high sport movie released in 2005 and directed by Thomas Carter. It stars Samuel L. Jackson, in a commanding role that embodies authority, wisdom, and moral conviction. The film is based on a true story capturing the essence of a man, prioritized character over victory, education over superficial success, and humanity, upliftment over personal fame. This film is a clarion call for moral integrity, discipline, and social responsibility. It challenges viewers to reflect on the true meaning of success, emphasizing that athletic achievement it may is meaningless without a foundation of good character and education. It's a powerful emotional challenge and intellectual stability. Peace that continues to inspire generations. If we talk about historical and cultural context, setting the stage for a social revolution. The real life original story. The narrative is inspired by the real life of Ken Carter, a high school basketball coach in Richmond, California in 1999. Carter made headline worldwide, winning benched his undefeated basketball team because players' grades and conduct did not meet its strict standards. The principal stayed united and debate nationwide about the plight of youth education and community responsibility. The socio-economic landscape vividly depicts the struggle faced by poverty, violence, lack of role models, and systemic failures in education and social service, which would California serve as a microscope of many similar communities across America, grappling with cycle of violence, limited resources, and social unfit about addressing modern social issues. Urban poverty and violence, neighborhoods with dangerous environmental influence the character choice. Our education system failure, the film critics shortcoming of public school in serving this population. If we talk about racial stereotyping and social expectation, the narrative explores how stereotypes about race and class influence perception and opportunity. If we talk about peer pressure and gang influence, characters' internal and external conflict highlight the pervasiveness of a negative influence. We talk about mentorship and leadership, the story and discover the importance of strong role models and community leaders in shaping the legacy and impact. Ken Carter's action inspired a nationwide movement advocating for prioritizing education and character development in youth sports and community programs. He questions the culture of winning at all costs and promoted integrity and truth. Talk plot breakdown and scene by scene analysis on the beginning. We talk about opening scene, stabilizing the environment. Then we punch with analytic short service on the sheet. Graffiti basketball courts community. Center and busy urban life of music underscore culture setting, immersing viewers into the community's life. Visuals serve as a reminder of the environment that shapes the character lives. We talk about introduction of Coach Ken Carter. Without several objections, commanding voice and demeanor immediately command respect. His character is introduced as a former basketball star and comedian who believes in discipline, education, and moral integrity. Flashback inside his own industry state, fueling his desire to make a difference. Talk about team formation and dynamics. Tim Cruz, a gifted but angry player, contains internal conflict and external influence. The was from a privileged background, challenging stereotypes and expectations. Toward Canyon's strength, respecting Woodland's humanity and teamwork. Toward Eminem Anderson balances athletic potential with academic challenges. Sunamata young and impressionable, representing hope and vulnerability. If you talk about key scene and their significance in academic contract, the team scenes contract committing to maintaining a certain GPA, attending classes, and upholding discipline symbolizes accountability and the importance of setting standards. The initiative without initial failure and understand the team's struggle with achievement grades and attitude reveal the depth of systemic issue and personal loss. The benching of the undefeated team, Coach Carter decisions to bench and team over academic performances sparks controversy but emphasizes that characters and education are non-negotiable. To talk about Courageous personal crisis syndrome, Courageous emotional breakdown and subsequent redemption arc are pivotal moments that highlight resilience and personal responsibility. The final game, an intense basketball match that becomes a metaphor for the victory of discipline, teamwork, and moral integrity. The play, unity, and resilience shine through. The climatic moments and emotional highlights. Courageous, heartfelt monologue about accountability, redemption, and hope. Carter's unwavering stance in the face of community opposition and media criticism. The team's victory not just in basketball but in personal growth and moral achievement. If we talk about deeper thematic analysis and philosophical underpinnings, discipline as a foundation for success. The film underscores that discipline manifested through rules, routines, and respect is essential for achieving long-term goals. Scorecard strict policies serve as metaphors for life principles, punctuality, responsibility, respect, and perseverance. So it was a review of this movie. I hope you like it, you enjoyed it, and if there was any mistake in this video, then I will plus one that. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.